Listen, however they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we got to fight, and I'm going to win the fight. It's simple as that. Because I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
See, when you're in top shape, you give a straight 400, 500 straight punches, you don't even got a trip.
I don't care what you think about me. I don't care what you say about me. You're not in the position that right. I'm in to even be on the same level of me.
To pick utterly hypothetical fights that are never going to take place except somewhere in your mind.
Of the money issue, that was their cash cow, and
But hell, you could have been the cash cow.
Listen, they don't think like that.
Floyd Mayweather's an all-time great. Terence Crawford, I think, will turn out to be an all-time great.
To pass the torch.
No. Terence Crawford is now at a stage in his career where he is no longer interested in rumors, speculation, or endless debates that go nowhere. At the very peak of his abilities, he understands exactly who he is and what he brings to the sport. During a live broadcast, he didn't hesitate. He spoke clearly, directly, and with complete confidence. His message wasn't emotional or exaggerated. It was calculated, controlled, and powerful. It reflected a fighter who has nothing left to prove through words alone. Crawford made it obvious that he is focused on legacy, not noise, and that everything he says now carries the weight of a man who has already proven himself at the highest level.
You beat Floyd, though. Who's beating me?
You think I would tell you?
He ain't fighting anymore.
I'm not worried about all that, my man. Floyd is undefeated. Nobody can beat me. You already know that, man.
Is Floyd better than you? You were there talking to. Is Floyd better than you? Some fighters say, even like Gervonta Davis. You knew I was gonna pull up.
This moment goes far beyond a simple challenge. It represents a statement of intent from one of boxing's most complete fighters. After years of dominating elite opponents and building a record that speaks for itself, Crawford is now aiming for something bigger. He isn't chasing attention or quick paydays. He is chasing greatness. He has made it clear that he wants the kind of fight that defines careers and reshapes legacies. In his eyes, there is no need for further discussion. The results inside the ring have already answered every question. Now, he is simply waiting for the opportunity to prove it on the biggest possible stage.
In a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me?
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? That's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah, nah. They pay you a lot of money probably for taking a risk, and some older fighters want to test themselves and see if they still got it. And it's a business. Everybody know what we doing it for. Right. We like pit bulls. You see a pit bull. They got their ring, they got their judge, and they got the crowd around them. They send them out there to kill each other. That's the same way with
Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez was not just impressive, it was historic. Entering the fight as the underdog, he carried the pressure of proving himself in yet another weight class. But instead of showing hesitation, he delivered one of the most intelligent performances of his career. Every round showed his adaptability, his ring IQ, and his ability to break down even the most dangerous opponents. By the end of the fight, it wasn't just a win, it was a statement. Crawford didn't just beat Canelo, he controlled him, outclassed him, and left no doubt about his place among the greatest fighters in the sport.
When you look at my career, I paved my own way. I didn't piggyback off of any fighter. I fought my way up to the top. When you look at, any fighter, from Floyd Mayweather to any of them, when Floyd fought De La Hoya, that was a whole big thing. Floyd was the B-side, and he beat De La Hoya, and then he started.
Surprisingly, the most powerful moment didn't come during the fight itself. It came afterward. During the post-fight press conference, the atmosphere completely changed when Canelo spoke. The room went silent as everyone waited to hear what he would say. In just a few words, he delivered a statement that shifted the entire narrative. Instead of excuses or frustration, there was acknowledgement, something that very few expected. That moment didn't just confirm Crawford's victory, it elevated it. It turned a great performance into a defining moment in boxing history.
Yeah, we're working. We're working. On a holiday where I blow a lot, getting in. Let's get it. Honor the greats, do what we gotta do.
Did you watch the Terence Crawford Canelo Alvarez fight?
Yeah, I did.
Ooh, talk about slick. Oh my goodness. Who's ever done that? Who's ever jumped up 2 weight classes like that? It's crazy.
Scary.
He's so clever, and it got to the point where he got so comfortable, he's like pit-patting him, and then like, what? And you're watching, like, this is amazing.
Like, that's history, obviously. You shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to fight at that weight for the first time ever.
Against one of the greatest
greatest of all time, and do what you did. You're beyond it, not like.
Almost instantly, the boxing world exploded with debate. Social media platforms became battlegrounds filled with opinions, arguments, and analysis. Fans, fighters, and experts all joined the conversation. The central question quickly became unavoidable. Is Crawford's style, his aggression, versatility, and ability to switch stances, greater than the defensive perfection that defined Floyd Mayweather Jr.? This wasn't just a comparison of skills. It was a comparison of eras, philosophies, and identities within the sport.
Because I think Floyd at his best was a better defensive fighter than Crawford. Crawford's a better offensive fighter, but in those kind of matchups, I think defense usually beats the offense.
At one particular time, I did talk about, I did say Terence Crawford.
Okay.
Now, but what are we rating these fighters on? What are we rating these fighters on?
Floyd Mayweather's eyeball test.
That works.
You're eyeballing these guys. You watch Terence Crawford. You know why he has his problem getting the other welterweight.
Eventually, the debate reached Mayweather himself. Known as one of the most calculated figures in boxing, his response was expected to be strategic. And it was. Instead of engaging emotionally or directly addressing the comparison, he remained calm and composed. His reaction showed a man who understands the power of silence just as much as the power of words.
Floyd Mayweather never disabused himself of the understanding that he was a more of a backup counterpuncher than a go-forward counterpuncher, regardless of what he did to Diego Corrales. And that's a different kind of approach and effect than what Crawford achieved the other night. So,
when questioned by reporters, Mayweather chose to keep things simple. He called the fight entertaining and good for boxing, refusing to go deeper. When asked about Canelo's condition or whether age played a factor, he avoided giving a clear answer. This was classic Mayweather, controlling the narrative by saying just enough, but never too much. It was a reminder that even outside the ring, he remains a master strategist.
The show, one thing about me, I've heard it all. When I say heard it all, I mean, been around the world, competed against the best. When you talk about the Olympics, I competed against the best. Whether it was the world champion in the Olympics, whether it was the Cubans, I competed against the best. No matter Mexico, the pedigree of the Mexico boxing is truly unbelievable, but I competed against the best. My Uncle Roger Mayweather, you talk about Julio Cesar Chavez, he's an unbelievable fighter. My Uncle Roger fought him twice. He came up short, but he fought him twice. And it's always about competing and going up against the best. So Saturday, it is what it is. I'm Floyd Mayweather.
Despite retiring in 2017, Mayweather's presence in boxing is still massive. He continues to influence discussions, shape opinions, and dominate headlines. His legacy is so strong that even current champions are measured against him. In many ways, he is no longer just a fighter, he is a standard.
Say that Bud is extremely skilled, right? Yet not as skilled as Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather made people look foolish, right? And so if I had to say who's the greatest I've seen, and Bud said it right, the best of an era and the best of an era, it's Floyd. But when I watched Bud against Canelo, there was this extreme skill on display, and there was a level of crazy that's different. There was a level of, and Floyd's extremely tough. Go back to Shane Mosley and the 2 punches he landed early in the fight and the way that he embarrassed him. I'm not saying that Floyd's not tough, Floyd's not a bad man, but there was domination inside that ring we saw.
His ability to stay relevant is no accident. Whether through exhibition fights, business moves, or public appearances, Mayweather knows exactly how to remain in the spotlight. He understands the business of boxing better than almost anyone. Even without stepping into the ring professionally, he continues to control attention and maintain his position at the center of the sport.
Fear in him in the way that he's attacked gaining notoriety. Bud's been the baddest man for 12 years, but no one gave him credit because he didn't go tell you he was the baddest man. He didn't market that. He just went out and fought and beat people and knocked people out. So he had to move up and take the bigger fights and the better fights. And he was Errol Spence. We realized just how great he was. Canelo cemented him on what is the two-headed monster that marks the greatest of the 2000s. Floyd Mayweather is on that, and Bud Crawford is right next to him. I don't think we have to pick on who's better. I think they both dominated.
However, beneath that calm and controlled image, the constant comparisons to Crawford appear to have created pressure. While he doesn't show it openly, the situation suggests that these discussions are affecting him. Behind the scenes, the tension is real and growing.
Think of the top 5 boxers
of all time. There's no disrespect to Floyd. I love Floyd.
No, I feel like.
But how am I gonna put down a person as the greatest person in the world that I competed against and felt that the world felt that if anything, it could have been a loss. I mean, he knew going toe to toe with me early that was career suicide. He like, I'm not going toe to toe with this. Floyd, no, Floyd's not on my list.
Okay, so had you not fought Floyd,
I'm pretty sure I'm not on his list either. I'm pretty sure, right? But I'm just saying, like, as I'm a kid from boxing, I came in the same era with Floyd, so he wouldn't be my idol. The people that I name are legends. These are people that I idolize, that paved the way for myself. Mike Tyson's career was phenomenal. Pernell Whitaker's career was phenomenal. Marvin Hagler's career was phenomenal. Sugar Ray Robinson's career is, come on, man. Like, yeah, Floyd is great. He's just not one of my top.
The situation intensified when rumors began spreading about private sparring sessions between Crawford and Mayweather. While no official details were confirmed, the idea alone was enough to create massive interest. Fans began imagining what might have happened behind closed doors, turning speculation into a global discussion.
Former #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, Floyd Mayweather.
I'm not no former #1 pound-for-pound fighter. I'm the best fighter in the sport of boxing. How am I not pound-for-pound the best fighter in the world? You tell me.
Because you're retired?
But have I ever been beat? I already forgot who I'm talking to. I'm talking to Brian Kenny, a guy who's never laced up gloves a day in his life. We already know what I can generate, and we already know who's the fake.
Crawford reportedly reacted with frustration to these leaks. Known for his focus and discipline, he values privacy when it comes to training. For him, this wasn't just gossip, it was a violation of trust. The fact that something private had become public added another layer of tension to an already complex situation.
Floyd Mayweather beatdown or one-sided win was much more of a paint job than what Crawford put together. Terence knows the language of the street as well as any other fighter. It's a very hard fight to pick, and I think it would depend on at what moment in Mayweather's career and at what moment in Crawford's career are we talking about that taking place. Obviously, we just saw what would appear to be the showcase Terence Crawford performance. Would you call Corrales the showcase Floyd Mayweather performance? Would you call Pacquiao the showcase Floyd Mayweather performance? I mean, where would you place that marker? Because I believe Floyd became a little bit more of a banker and was a little bit more conservative.
Things escalated even further when reports suggested that Mayweather responded privately. Those comments quickly found their way into the public, turning what started as a debate into something personal. At this point, the situation was no longer just about boxing. It was about pride, respect, and legacy.
When you lose, the promoters don't want nothing to deal with you no more. I fight Jeff Horn, they freeze me out.
Despite everything, Crawford has never disrespected Mayweather's legacy. He has repeatedly acknowledged his greatness and the path he created for future fighters. His respect is genuine, but it doesn't mean he sees himself as second best.
I feel like we done seen Crawford on his, have his best performance that he has ever had, versus Canelo. So it's like, whenever you try to compare Floyd's performance versus Crawford's performance, me personally, I believe that Crawford did a lot more. But if they both were to fight each other, if you would have put Floyd in his prime versus Crawford in his prime, who would y'all pick? For me personally, it would be so hard because I feel like they fight very similar but very different.
It was outstanding.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
I already knew it was going to happen. But I thought he was going to stop him in the 8th or 10th round. Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Once again, man, what is it about the guy? What is it about Terence? Every time somebody thinks that he's reached a plateau, he steps it up higher. As soon as the ante goes up, as soon as the challenge goes up, he goes up.
At the same time, Crawford has made it clear that constant comparisons are frustrating. He believes that greatness should not depend on tearing someone else down. For him, success is about building your own legacy, not living under someone else's shadow.
Ali lost. Sugar Ray lost. Hagler lost. Hearns lost.
Now retired, unblemished. Andre Ward, unblemished. Joe
Calzaghe,
unblemished. And it's like, when people look at him, they be like, man, that dude never lost before,
Eventually, the pressure surrounding the situation reached a breaking point where it could no longer be ignored. Terence Crawford chose to address everything directly during a live appearance, showing that he was ready to confront the narrative head-on. His words were calm and controlled, but beneath that calm delivery was a clear sense of emotion and intensity. It was obvious that he had been holding back for some time, carefully observing everything before deciding to speak. In that moment, Crawford made it clear that silence was no longer an option. He spoke with purpose, showing that he was fully aware of the conversations happening around him and that he was prepared to respond in his own way. His message reflected not just confidence, but also a sense of control over his own story.
You look at it like Ali, Roy Jones Jr., all the greats back in the day, they lost.
Yes.
But that's something that is like, man, they picking and choosing. Man, I don't want to fight him because,
there's a chance.
Unless
the money's sold.
Right.
With complete confidence, Crawford delivered a direct and powerful message that immediately caught attention. This wasn't about hype, promotion, or trying to sell a fight. It felt genuine and personal. He spoke like a fighter who truly believes in his abilities and his position in the sport. His tone remained steady, his body language composed, and his mindset fully focused. There was no hesitation in what he said, and that clarity made his words even stronger. It was the kind of statement that doesn't rely on noise or drama, but instead carries weight because of the belief behind it. Crawford's intent was unmistakable. He sees himself at the top, and he's not afraid to say it openly.
Everybody want to see you lose because they want you to feel like you more human.
What?
But don't have a reason.
Right.
We criticize athletes,
but we can't do
for
it.
Stuff that we can't even do. People don't understand the things that we do and the things that we take our body through to entertain y'all.
Right.
But y'all disrespect us like we not human.
Mm-hmm.
So then when we lash out on one of y'all think, oh, everybody like, oh, you supposed to be professional, but we human at the end of the day.
Crawford has always taken pride in carving out his own path, rather than following the blueprint of others. While he has shown respect for Floyd Mayweather Jr. and what he accomplished during his era, Crawford does not see himself as someone who needs to be compared directly. In his view, every fighter's journey is unique, shaped by different challenges, opponents, and moments. Because of that, he believes greatness should be judged within its own context. Rather than chasing comparisons, Crawford focuses on building his own legacy, one that stands on its own merit. For him, being the greatest of his time is not about proving something to others. It's about fulfilling his own vision and standards inside the sport.
Mayweather never became undisputed. He's a 5-division champion, but never became undisputed. Never really followed that unification, stuff like that. So I think when it comes to accomplishments, I think he's already done more. Do I in a fight? I probably still pick Mayweather. Both in the prime, I would probably pick Mayweather to win. Just like I would probably pick Pacquiao to win. Both in the prime.
Ooh, to beat Crawford.
Yeah, I think so.
Prime for prime, nice.
Yeah. But is Crawford one of the greatest of all time? 100%. They're definitely.
His career has never been built solely on natural talent. Instead, it has been defined by relentless hard work and an unshakable commitment to improvement. Crawford has often said that he refuses to be outworked by anyone, and that mindset has become one of the key foundations of his success. Every training camp, every fight, and every challenge has been approached with discipline and focus. He understands that talent can open doors, but it is effort and consistency that keep them open. This approach has carried him to the highest levels of boxing and continues to push him forward. Even after achieving so much, Crawford still trains and prepares like someone who has everything to prove.
Just hypothetically speaking, just looking at, two fighters, you got Floyd and you got Crawford in their prime. Who you picking?
Can we all give an opinion on that?
Yeah, you want to?
Yeah, I got an opinion on that too.
Coach, what you think?
I'm listening to you, Rep.
Floyd versus a prime Mayweather. We can go Pretty Boy. We can go Money May versus Terence Crawford in his prime. Who we got?
I think Money May would have shut Crawford down. He would have bored him to sleep like he do these fighters.
Yeah.
He would have jabbed him, hooked him, just sticking in the body. You know what I'm saying? And then when the fighters swing back, Floyd nowhere to be found. So mentally, they're draining.
Yeah.
And about the 6th or 7th round, that's when you start picking up, putting the combination.
Crawford's resilience is one of the most defining aspects of his character. Outside the ring, he has faced serious, life-threatening situations that would have broken many people. Inside the ring, he has consistently dominated elite competition, showing both mental strength and physical excellence. These experiences have shaped him into a fighter with an unbreakable mentality. Every obstacle he has faced has only made him stronger, more focused, and more determined. His ability to overcome adversity has become a major part of his identity, allowing him to stay composed under pressure and perform at the highest level when it matters most. It's this combination of toughness and mindset that separates him from many others in the sport.
It makes a little difference because, Floyd is different. I feel like, he's the best fighter. I don't know about all time. He might be the best fighter all time. If not, he's close, 2-3, and not by far. So, it's just it's a little bit different things that Floyd does. And Floyd was a lot older when I sparred him, and it's just certain things that he does that that's real tricky. Like the guy we get in the clinch, he was like squeezing my nose, and so I couldn't breathe and stuff like that. So it's just certain things that he do in there. It's just veteran stuff, just veteran all-time type stuff that he was doing there. Basically, he by far, I feel like he's the best. He's the best man.
Problem with Bud's career, right? It bloomed kind of late. I find Bud to be as defensively sound as I've ever seen a fighter. He can find you. There's nowhere to hide with him.
Like Floyd, he has such control over the terms.
Now, the boxing world is left with one of its most compelling and unanswered questions. Will these two legends ever meet in the ring, or will this remain one of the greatest what-if matchups in boxing history? The possibility alone has created constant discussion among fans, analysts, and fighters alike. Every time their names are mentioned together, the excitement grows, even without an official announcement. The tension continues to build as people imagine what such a fight could look like and what it would mean for both legacies. Whether it happens or not, the anticipation itself has already made it one of the most talked about potential matchups of this generation. For now, the boxing world continues to watch, wait, and hope for a moment that could define an entire era.